From 11 scrapped machines to 2 of my best workers. Here's the story. So the story began about 7 years ago when we got offered 11 trashed Case 445 CT tracked skid steers that had come out of the harbour working in manure ships. They were all rusted, pretty much in pieces for the most part, missing engines, missing tracks, missing final drives. And with our mechanic, we decided we could make at least one, and ended up making 2 fully rebuilt machines out of them. And it was one of the best things we did because they've been working for the last 7 years, probably as the hardest workers on site. Of the 11 machines, there was one that looked better than the others that we pulled into the workshop, started stripping, pulled out the engine, and got ready for paint. And after about 3 months of work, it was great to see the results. Originally, the color we went with was supposed to be the standard Case yellow, but ended up being a bit more orange, but nevertheless it looked good. Then again, in 3 years' time, we stripped them down again when they're looking a bit tired and did them up in black, which looked really good, and we just thought it's a bit more personal and something interesting. But I'll show a few more pics and some videos of that later as we undertook that. One of the first jobs we did was working in a container depot in the harbour. There was a lot of rain and potholes caused by the reach stackers, poor drainage on the site. So as you can see, a lot of mud, a lot of sludge, and just years of built up rubbish, I guess. It was cool to see the machines working in the wet conditions like that, and the sludge and the water pushing it around. They did a great job. And then also we used them to scrape down the surface, so to rub the high spots and then cut the material off and fill the low spots again, then put the roller over it and recompact it, so basically giving a smooth surface again for the machines. That's the machine blading down the surface with the bucket. It was pretty hard work. Another big thing we did with the machines was land clearing. So there's the machine with our dozer, and here it is cleaning what was actually an old chicken shed. So we had 17 of these massive old broiler foundations to clean up. So there was lots of nails and metal bricks. Would not have been well suited to a tired machine. Lots of punctures and just bumps. These machines kind of float over stuff, which is great. And also you can just see the power, how they clear the bushes. Nice big bucket. I mean, this is all weeds that have been growing out the concrete for the last 5 years, and yeah, just did such a great job of clearing these sites without any punctures or any delays in getting the job done. So although the machines are super powerful, it doesn't always go according to plan. This is one time we got stuck in the mud really bad, but we managed to get out. In this clip here, some of the work we did was redoing roads like farm roads, dirt roads. The buckets work really well with just the flat blade, so not the teeth which leaves lines, but just using the bucket with the flat blade helped to make our roads perfectly smooth, especially when backblading, which you'll see in a clip a little bit later on. So that's basically spreading the material and then later laying your bucket and reversing over, gives it almost like a grader finish. So you're stripping down this whole case. This here was the first machine that we painted, essentially that orange color. So stripped down to the chassis, you can look into the guts of it there, engine out, pump out, tracks off. So now it's time for cleaning, which is one of the biggest jobs, but you got to do what you got to do.
I want to see what I can sort out. You know those, how the levers flop around on them?
Yeah.
I want to see whether I can't get new ball joints and whatnot and take that player. There's one cylinder that's missing. Those pins and bushes in the front.
Looking good. Through the repainting, we also got to customize the stickers and just take a bit of a different approach to the stock standard case setup, and I think it looked good at the end of the day. Engine and pump going back in, yeah. The engine. Our bush pig for clearing the bush. New bucket. And cab getting painted black. So when we strip the machine, we pretty much have to take everything apart, take the engines out, take the panels off, and spray them all independently. Pretty good. So this here is the finished product. You can see our logos and just change the color of certain things, the latch points, and then yeah, it was back to work again, round 2. Another thing to mention is the height that these machines can lift to, so you can easily fill up dump trucks. You know, some of the smaller bobcats and skidsteers, you can't do that, and I think that's a real handicap on site. So to be able to load into trucks and move material is a major benefit. A more recent exercise we did out of necessity was using the machines to spread tar because we didn't have anything else, but it worked extremely well and gave a good finish. So as before, our earth clearing was a big part of what we did. This is the neighboring site that we purchased. It's about 30 hectares, so 300,000 square meters of land, a lot of it overgrown with weeds. And again, the machines did a sterling job of clearing all the brush, all the weeds, and you can see our operators are quite competent in operating with the machine. Here what we're doing is pushing all the brush to the outside edge of the property, so to the boundary along that tree line, just to create almost like a wall out of brush to keep out any unwanted visitors coming onto the property. Here we have the machine spreading gravel like a G5 crusher over a road for trucks. They'll be carrying containers onto one of our sites. You can see how it grades quite well. I mean, it's not a grader, but it does a pretty good job. And then the operator will drop his bucket with the blade on and just pull it back nice and smooth. So when you put a roller on there with some water, you get a perfectly flat surface. So we're very happy with the job that it does for this sort of basic roadworks. The machines also work well like all bulldozers. So, you know, if I compare this to some of our bigger dozers, it's actually more effective in some places, just because the big dozers are, you know, heavy to run, quite slow and lethargic, where these machines are very nimble and quick, and with their bucket full they can actually push quite a large volume of material. They can also give a clean finish, so instead of big heavy tracks damaging concrete or ripping up the ground, the rubber tracks hardly leave anything behind them, and the little bucket cleans up really well. So all around, again, just a good machine. So would I recommend one of these machines? Certainly. If you have any business in the construction game and farming, civils, roads, or just on your own property, they're definitely well worth it. They're just so handy for all kinds of uses. This video is made up of clips that were taken, you know, over a period of years, not with the intention of making a actual YouTube video. So you have to excuse some of the quality. But yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and I will put together more videos of other machines like this Bobcat that we did up, a T190 also tracked machine. Very happy with how that came out. And then we did a D65 dozer, so that's it there, getting cleaned up and then getting primed. And then I've got some videos of it painted. And then this year, looking forward to doing up these two dozers. It's actually a D5M and a D5H. So that's going to be super cool. Gonna have them up and running. Got to do the engine on this D5H. I know the sticker says D6, but that's just the guys that sold it to us. Put a fake sticker on there. So going to get that engine redone, radiator redone, repainted. And then we got this D5M. Also did new track frames, idlers, wheels, quite a few things we did to it. Did all the pins and bushes, hydraulic hoses, and then also going to get it painted. So can't wait to see these machines working. And yeah, as I say, like and subscribe, and we'll put some videos together. Thanks.